welcome to the very forced and not very organic intro, where we are continuing this DLC run with Blood Ties. Spoon says hi to YouTube. You have chosen to overwrite a previous save game, are you sure? Yes. Some documents and relics found throughout the manor are essential for completing the story. I've done this once, I don't remember much about it. It's basically just going around the manor, looking at stuff as far as I remember, and doing puzzles.
Final notice to Lara Croft, a current tenant of premises. This is to serve as your final notice for the purposes of terminating your ownership of Croft Manor. You are required to immediately vacate and surrender possession of said manor to Atlas de Mornay, executor of estates.
Lara, it is unfortunate that you have forced my hand in this matter.
Oh, yes.
So be it. As you know, your parents appointed me executor of the estate in the event of their absence. Since your mother disappeared, her death was never technically declared. And given the circumstances surrounding your father's death, it's no surprise that he never drafted a formal last will and testament to account for this circumstance. Unfortunately, you have no legal claims to the estate. I'm willing to negotiate a modest monthly stipend from your trust, but only if you leave the manor by week's end. Don't fight me on this, Lara. Your mother wouldn't want that. Sincerely, Atlas.
Uh-huh.
There has to be a will or some kind of evidence of what happened to Mum in the manor somewhere.
Okay.
Dad's safe.
So there's a story here. A reason to explore.
It's a combination. It's got to be in Dad's papers somewhere. Maybe in the library. My birthday crown. I was so proud of that thing.
The treasure of the ancients.
That's my handwriting. My penmanship was pretty good.
Ooh, we got some audio.
Well, this is a hell of a thing. I met someone tonight quite unexpectedly. But it shouldn't have been, it seems. I've been so buried in my work, so distracted by my latest revelations, I never bothered to notice my surroundings. But there she was, sitting at my table in the library. Her name is Amelia. And apparently she's been studying right next to me. Art history, of all things. I shared some of my research against my better judgment, but I wanted to see how she would respond, and she did not disappoint. I felt as if I was suddenly engaged in a mental game of chess, moving and counter-moving in argument. At one point, that poor old librarian had to shush us as if we were children. I feel so foolish for not having noticed her earlier. She's a brilliant woman who's challenged my ideas for the first time in memory. In truth, I don't know if she's feeling as exhilarated as I am right now, but I dare say our conversation was mutually stimulating. For the first time in a long time, I find myself thinking about something else besides my research. I hope she returns for another round tomorrow.
Man experiences
My parents
romance for the first time.
Challenging each other from the start.
That's
Dad would
cute,
have
though.
liked me to go to Oxford, but I insisted on UCL. Yep, looks real. Roth once offered to forge me a fake diploma to show Dad.
What? Zoom in. Looks real. Offered to forge a fake diploma. Okay. Oh, this is a fake diploma from Oxford? Did she go to UCL? I don't know. Epic. Alright. Just so many things to look at.
A picture with Dad and Anna. Never liked wearing dresses, but the color was nice.
You do work blue. Very Jill Valentine of you. Was you before Jill?
Probably my grandfather Benjamin.
Was the first Tomb Raider before Resident Evil 1? I'm not sure.
One of Dad's Yoruba masks. A gift from a friend he met on an expedition in Nigeria.
I finally introduced Richard to the family. It went precisely how I imagined. Icy but polite grace from mother, indifference and disinterest from father, and thinly veiled contempt from Atlas. Of course they don't approve. To them, Lord Croft is the man who took away their beloved daughter and ruined her long-standing engagement, though I was never going to marry that repugnant Earl of Farringdon anyway. One might think they would be happy that I was being courted by a genuine lord of the realm. It just happens to be Richard Croft. In their eyes, the man who single-handedly ruined a once great family. But there's nothing to be done now. Watching how Richard dealt with their subtle insults and disrespect. Such grace and calm. I know he did it for me. I think I'm falling in love with this man. It will break my mother's heart, but I cannot live the life she imagined for me. My time with Richard has only made this clearer.
Oh, cute kids. Mom's own words. I can almost imagine her speaking. I wish I could remember her voice. Well, I know what her voice sounds like.
It must have been hard for Mum to go against her family's wishes. I'm glad she did.
You wouldn't exist without it.
Dad's map of the forgotten cities of northern Syria. He was closer than he knew to finding the Prophet's tomb.
Interesting. Open. Open.
Dad's book about immortality myths might be useful in my research.
One day. Alright, I think I've exhausted this room.
This is the map I made for my first expedition with Dad. It shows a path to the library through the servants' passages.
One of two. Aha. Find
Too
a
dark.
flashlight.
Going to need a flashlight.
I mean, you could just chance it, but...
Dad's artifacts from the Nile Valley. I always loved looking at these. Dad became interested in immortality myths after his expeditions to Egypt.
Cool.
The door to the library.
Locked? Of course.
Locked.
Why else would I need that map?
There's got to be another way through.
What's in here? Nothing. Yep.
Hi, Dad. I've been thinking about Mum lately. I wish I knew more about her. How did you meet? What was she like? Winston told me that she was a brilliant artist. Are some of her paintings locked up in the West Wing? And I guess I just want to know, did she love me, Dad? Did she ever say that she did? Maybe I'm just being silly, but will you tell me more about her the next time I'm home from school?
It was so hard for Dad to talk about Mom. Guess she probably didn't get to spend a lot of time with them if they're travelers, like traveling, exploring, expediting.
Well, hello there, Sir Lancelot. Don't worry, I won't be boring your sword this time.
This time? What did you do with it last time, Lara?
The Grand Hall. Always loved playing in here as a kid.
And this is in the anime?
First things to fix.
The Netflix cartoon, animated series. I keep calling it an anime, but I feel like that's what they did in the marketing. Maybe I'm wrong.
A phoenix figurine. I bet this appealed to Dad's idea of immortality, of rising from the ashes and being born anew.
But he's dead, so he's never living forever. But he'll live forever in your heart. Why is this boarded off? Where's my climbing axe?
Lara, you know the West Wing is off limits.
I'm sorry, I just wanted to see.
We've been through this.
Was Mum's room in here?
Just stay out of there, darling.
Well, I'm gonna go in there.
Dad was always so protective of the West Wing. Locked. Need a key to open this.
So we could do this. As far as I know, this is the mode that's in VR. Just going around looking at things. Could be cool, but I don't know if it'd be worth it.
Not sure. I really need to brush up on my ancestors one of these days.
With all that time you have. A chandelier? No. Thought I saw a chandelier on the floor.
What are you doing sitting there on the floor, Mistress Lara?
Looking at the compass, thinking.
What about, if I may inquire?
Just thinking about discovering faraway places, about finding adventure.
I'm sure you will, my lady. You've the soul of an explorer. But don't grow up too fast.
Nothing to say? Okay. That starts in 5
The
minutes.
offer came in the post last week, and I still haven't told Richard. He flew ahead to Tibet, where I will meet him shortly. I never told him I was submitting my work. Never thought there was a chance of being accepted. But a gallery tour is not something I can pass up. The show will take me away from England for over a year. I'll begin in New York and travel across the United States and, oh, God, I'm giddy even writing these words. When Richard and I were married, I was prepared to relegate my painting to a hobby. But it was Richard who objected, who gave me my atelier and studio. Without that support, I might still be painting boring landscapes. Now I can't shake the foolish sensation that leaving would be a betrayal. He will laugh at that and insist I accept, even though I know it will break his heart to be apart. He never once asked me to sacrifice any part of my life for his. I have, of course, in 1,000 small ways over the years, but he would never ask. The discussion can wait, and I will join him in Tibet. I won't cast a shadow over his find. I will be by his side in his triumph, as I know he will stand by my side, in time.
This is incredible. Mom was on the verge of fulfilling one of her dreams. Fate can be so cruel. So she went missing? It didn't say... They said that she was never confirmed dead or anything. She just went missing.
Another one of Dad's immortality artifacts. I think Roth bought this for him from a trader in Greece.
Is this Ouroboros? The self-eating snake? Snakes? Resident Evil 5? Wesker? Yes. Ouroboros will be released into the atmosphere. Total global saturation.
Lara, since your return from your expedition to Yamatai, I've grown increasingly alarmed at your erratic behavior.
After
I can only assume you
the
suffered
first
some
game?
kind of psychological trauma and are only acting out as a call for help. I want you to know that I hear you, loud and clear. Anna and I agree that it's time for you to be evaluated by a professional. I took the liberty of arranging an introduction to a highly qualified colleague of mine. You should be receiving the details in the post soon. I want to impress upon you the importance of this, Lara. As executor of the estate, it is my duty to see that it is left in capable hands. And if I may be blunt, you're acting like your father when he was at his worst. He nearly lost the manor himself in those days. I'd hate for you to repeat his mistakes. I encourage you to embrace the help I'm offering. Sincerely, your uncle.
I could be wrong, but I believe the first reveal trailer for Rise of the Tomb Raider, this was Lara seeing a therapist. So possibly in connection to that. My uncle's first attempt at trying to cut me off from the manor. It backfired, though. I wasn't as crazy as he believed. A minute and a half until the ad starts. Words.
Got to remember to pack this for my next trip.
Well, I need that now. There we go. The flashlight will turn on
Should be able to
automatically.
explore the dark now. Hey, Jonah. Sorry for not getting back to you sooner. I've decided to do some research at the manor. A lot has happened, and I need some time to think about what I want to do next. This old place is filled with memories and secrets. Uncle Atlas has tried to keep me out of here for so long I don't even know if I want to keep it. But after everything that's happened, maybe I can find out what it still means to me. If it's worth fighting him for, I'll let you know how things worked out when I'm back in London.
I hope Jonah doesn't worry about me too much. We haven't talked since I left for Syria. So this is... Oh, the ad's about to start. Is this set before the main game, but after the start when she was in Syria? Or is it set at... No, this must be set in between. Ad starting. Welcome back from the ad break. I forgot to just did a bit of a ponytail. I wanted to draw little kid Lara messing around with Excalibur. Did I forget? I mean, is it even Excalibur? I don't know. The sword that Sir Lancelot had, whatever. Did I forget what that sword looked like? Yes. Did I forget what Kid Lara looked like? Yes. Does that matter? No. I'm really liking this chibi style. It's really working for me, surprisingly. Getting a lot of expression out of a short time window. Right. Back to the hunt for this will. Right. So we have a flashlight now. We can go upstairs. Noises everywhere. Not sure how long this will take. Yeah.
Amelia, the news has reached Mother. She knows that you broke off your engagement with the Earl of Farringdon. She is beside herself with worry. But, for the moment, she's controlling the narrative. As far as anyone knows, you're just having innocent second thoughts. But the moment your affair with Lord Croft goes public, it will be too late. Our name will be as ruined as this man you've chosen to bed. Don't you see that you're being selfish, Amelia? Please, consider your family. You're a de Mornay. Everything you do has a greater effect on us all. I'm coming down to London soon. Don't do anything rash until we have a chance to talk.
The lifestyles of the rich and the famous. Mom was engaged to someone else. There's so much I never knew about her. So I'm getting not great vibes from Atlas. Seems very important and prickish. Think of the family, Amelia. What will they think when you're with another man? This man is an explorer. Holy shit, light's freaking out.
Falling apart. Maybe I should just let my uncle have this place.
No.
They say a good test of a relationship is how well you travel together. Well, I'd say Amelia and I have passed that test with flying colors. Indeed, these last few months in Egypt have been nothing short of extraordinary. She and Roth get on like old uni chums. In fact, the two have spent more than a few nights drinking and playing cards into the wee hours. Despite her decidedly proper upbringing, Amelia's taken to roughing it more than I ever have. She fits in and connects with the local populace with such amazing empathy. Because of her, I've had a bit of an unexpected breakthrough in my research. She managed to convince an artifact dealer in Old Town to sell me a magnificent and quite unusual Tibetan scroll. From what I can tell, it seems to contain details surrounding an immortality ritual of some sort. I think it's time for me to take the next step with Amelia. In fact, I don't think I can wait any longer. I will ask for her hand tomorrow in the bright Egyptian sun amidst the dust and ruins.
So I guess Lara kind of has the best of both worlds, where she is good with people and loves exploring. I heard so many stories about that expedition. To see it from Dad's perspective makes me realize that it was Mom who made it all so memorable.
I'm not surprised he asked her to marry him as soon as he got the idea.
He seems to very take life by the... Not even by the horns, just take life as it's happening. You could lose it kind of idea. Thought process, rather. Oh no, a rat. It's gonna be a lot of listening, I feel like.
Amelia, I know we have had our differences in recent years. I've tried my best to keep an open mind about your relationship with Richard, but I just can't let you go on this ill-conceived expedition without saying my piece.
Do sure.
You say Richard's theories have merit. You say that he may have actually stumbled upon some mythic, unknown truth, but I have seen nothing to support such claims. And while your word may have been enough in times past, I cannot let you squander away what remains of your name and reputation, and that of our family, truth be told, on some damned foolish crusade. I intend to go to Richard's investors and let them know exactly how he's spending their money, but I want to give you a chance to put a stop to this yourself. Please, don't go to Tibet. If not for me, at least for Lara.
Uncle Atlas has been causing problems for my family for too long now. I'm glad Mom ignored his warnings. Yeah. Spooky.
Still just as creepy as I remember.
Creepy atmosphere, but I know, like, nothing's gonna happen. I don't have any weapons. Nothing's coming for me.
My lord, I hope this missive finds you on a successful expedition and in good health.
I remember this.
Before I bore you with estate affairs, I wanted to let you know that our little angel has been into some mischief. As always, I indulged her in our usual game of chess. Over the course of the game, she broached the subject of her mother. She's having trouble remembering her now, and wanted to enter her ladyship's atelier, which you sealed off, to play on her mother's piano. It enraged her when she wasn't allowed to go in, of course. For someone so young, she has such strong emotions. Later in the day, she set a trap for me in the walk-in freezer, of all places. And before I knew what was happening, I found myself locked inside. Mrs. Sheffield discovered me an hour later, shivering and somewhat peeved. It took us an additional hour to find Lara in the grounds. I know all her hiding places, of course, but this time she really did not want to be found. Call it years of observation, but I can tell when she's out of sorts. My lord, if I may be so bold, she misses you fiercely. She is lonely for her father. Please consider a call as soon as you are able.
Alright, so for anyone, I think this is Tomb Raider 2 or 3. This is a direct reference to a very, very classic thing in the old... I think it was Tomb Raider... It was probably Tomb Raider 2, but probably 3 just in case. I'm going to guess it was 2, though. In Tomb Raider 2, let's say, that you can explore Croft Manor, and that was your tutorial area to just, like, get your bearings. There were obstacle courses, things to climb, pools. It was a huge thing. We'll play the remaster collection eventually, so we'll see it. But among that, there was a very slow butler following you the whole time. He walks very slowly, and he has a tray, and you can hear him walking around. And it was always like a classic move, like your friends would tell you to try it. You can have him follow you into the walk-in freezer, and if you do a very specific jump where you backflip over him, run, get out, lock the door. You can lock him inside. And that was a thing that everyone did. So I love that they referenced that in this as a thing that Lara did as a little kid rebelling. Oh, poor Winston. I remember doing that to him. I can't believe I was such a little brat. Thank goodness he had such patience with me. A very specific backflip over Queen. Oh, would you do a gainer? Those are fucking... I've done gainers. They're really hard and scary to do. And for anyone that doesn't know, a gainer is a moving forward backflip. So you'd have to, like, either running or jumping off a trampoline or off a horse, as I've done. So you'd have to, like, really, like, push and, like... It's scary on the spine, really. Like, jump and, like, tuck backwards. It's freaky as hell.
Poor Winston. I remember being so angry. He was always so patient with me.
Yeah. How are you, Nelly? I hope thou art well. We are crafting up in here.
King to Queen 1. I'm going to win this time, Winston.
Clever girl. But you should know by now, winning isn't everything. Queen to King's Bishop 6. Check.
Easy for you to say. You always win. Knight takes Queen.
What I mean to say is try to enjoy the journey, Lara. Don't rush to victory. Bishop to King 7.
I know, Winston. I just want... Oh no! I didn't even see that!
You should also know by now, I'm not to be trifled with on this board, young lady. Mate.
Oh, I am going to win. Someday.
Someday.
I would play chess with our old butler Winston on this board. Never could beat him.
Reminds me of Tim and Alfred in Gotham Knights.
I always chose white. Maybe if I let him go first once in a while, I might have won.
Yeah, because you're impatient. You choose the one that goes first. You should be studying his moves instead. If you play chess with someone named Winston, you're gonna lose. Like Winston from Overwatch? Does he play chess? Remember Overwatch? Crowbar. Just continuously scooping Queen. The scoopage. Okay.
I'm at a crossroads now. Good Lord, that's such a cliche. But there's truth in it. Two roads before me. Both present joy and compromise. A life with Richard, adventure, intellectual pursuit, perhaps a new family. But also a man obsessed with something I cannot understand. Or a life of obligation, upholding the de Mornay name, embracing our traditions, not losing the family that raised me. Oh, this really is a rubbish choice. I don't want to lose them, but I love the life I've started to build with Richard. He comes with his own difficulties, but I can accept them. Will it be enough?
For the time she was with us, I hope it was enough. I hope it was worth it. Yeah, there's going to be a lot of listening. There's a lot of audio tape lore. It is DLC, I get it. One minute. Hey, we're back. Doesn't seem to be any fire or anything, and the smell of smoke is gone, so...
Everything is almost ready for Mistress Lara's birthday expedition surprise. It's been a bit of an all-hands-on-deck effort organising the affair and keeping it secret. She's obsessed with Egypt, memorising hieroglyphs and ancient Egyptian districts, so she'll be delighted with what Lord Croft has come up with. This will be good for her. She's been acting up of late, but I know she's just craving more of her father's attention. He's been so buried in his research. It'll be a nice moment for the two of them to reconnect. And I do believe he needs it as much as she does.
It really was one of the best birthdays I ever had. Nice. Kind Winston. Okay, so yeah, there's no getting through here. But that's what I moved this for. Oh, I saw something up there. Yep. It does feel like I'm playing a bit of a Resident Evil game now. First it was infected stuff in the first DLC, and now it's all puzzles and moving blocks and stuff.
Dad loved a good bottle of wine. I can still smell his favorite Bordeaux.
You call this a good bottle? I think this is a fairly shite bottle. Alright.
Dad, this is it! The basement of despair!
Indeed, Lara. Muster your courage, for this is the only path to the Library of Infinite Knowledge.
Look there! See the string?
An ancient Egyptian tripwire. The Keepers of Knowledge want none to disturb their treasures. We must tread carefully.
Let me lead. I know how to spot all the traps.
I'm sure you do, my darling. Lead on!
That's so cute. And there we go. And there we go. I do have the drawing of the map, but let's just wander around.
One of the wire traps Winston made for my birthday expedition. Winston used my hair ribbons to make this. He and Dad put a lot of work into this birthday surprise.
Okay. That would have fallen. 8.
My stuffed bear. I couldn't have a tomb without a mummy.
It's cute. Queen, did you miss the gay rights Lara that I drew earlier? Possibly. Well, I hope it goes well. I imagine hopefully it won't go as bad as you fear. At the very least. You never know. I believe in you. And if all doesn't go well, then an angry Irishman will yell at them. I don't know where I'm going to find one, but I have no doubt that I will. I believe in you, Queen. It's going to be fine.
Damage from the main hall above.
And if you did miss it, here you go. Here's gay rights, Lara. And here's Kid Lara with a giant sword. Yeah. We did that specifically because in the last DLC we played, there was a bunch of random cards you could do to tweak the game, and I put on big head mode for enemies, and then Lara's flashlight was rainbow, and she also had a rainbow trail following her. And also her arrows were turned into chickens. It was really fun. Yeah, use the Serpent's Passage. I still don't have a crowbar, so I'm gonna have to come back this way. I think this is going to take us a while to get through. It's quite a big place.
Plans for adding electricity to the manor. Dad used to say his granny hated all the bright lights.
Turn it around.
There's a missing page.
Amelia left tonight. She packed her suitcase and walked right out of here, and I didn't even notice. Like those days in the Oxford Library before we even met. I just had my nose in a book, lost in my own world. I am such a fool. I have let my obsession with this damned ritual of long life rule my better judgment for far too long, and it may already be too late. How could I have not seen this coming? I've made this mistake over and over, always putting my research before my personal life. But it's never hurt like this before. I simply cannot live without her. If I have to give up this accursed quest that has plagued me for so long, then so be it. I am going after her, right now, tonight.
It was almost over before it started. I always admired Dad's ability to recognize when he was wrong. I mean, some people don't. So that's something nice, at least. Cracks in the foundation. In we go. The library!
Okay, Dad's ledger has to be in here somewhere. Hopefully it has the combination to the safe.
I've created a clever little map for Lara's birthday expedition. I used the invisible ink Amelia picked up for me in Morocco so many years ago. At
Invisible
the time,
ink.
I remember being so annoyed by that rather aggressive street vendor, but she just smiled in her sunny way and paid him without a second thought. I assumed it was just a tourist scam, but it actually works. Turns out it requires a very specific kind of vellum and a heat source to illuminate the ink after it's dried. It should prove a nice challenge for Lara to puzzle out.
Invisible ink is capitalized. Dad put so much work into that birthday expedition. Well, we know I'm going to have to deal with invisible ink soon and lighting a fire. Yep.
Something to light this.
Just fucking keep my camera over here.
I always accepted that Richard's rather unorthodox research was just something I had to live with. But this time, the thrill of discovery has taken hold of me. I never imagined I could be drawn in this way. Richard cabled to tell me he's found the monastery. The symbol we deciphered in the scroll was the key to its location. I don't know if I honestly believe that this will lead to the fabled elixir of life, but I can't help but feel that a great secret awaits us there. My brother was threatening to shut down the expedition, but I managed to talk him down for the time being. Now I am going to meet Richard. I would bring Lara if I could, but she's still too young. She'll be in good hands with Winston, and when we return, her parents might just be a bit more famous.
She was beginning to believe. It must have made Dad so happy to know she could accept his wild ideas. Possibly. Alright. Hi. Oh, we got some music.
This music is familiar. It's beautiful.
Is it from a classic Tomb Raider game? Possibly.
It appears Sir Reginald's helmet fell off. Or didn't I put it back properly?
Possibly.
Took quite a tumble off of this old thing when I was a girl. Still feel it in the shoulder from time to time.
Yeah, some wounds don't go away. Never fully, anyway. So now I can pull you out and put you back. Parkour! Who needs a ladder? Still stuff down there.
Blank, except for the image of a key.
Well, I know what I have to do with this.
I remember this map now. It leads to the master key, but we made it with a special kind of invisible ink. It could only be seen with the heat of a fire.
I don't have a master key for that. Every room in this house
I
locked.
think I stashed one of Winston's master keys in here when I was a kid.
Well, let's bloody find it then. Here. Here.
I remember this now. Each district in ancient Egypt had a symbol and a number. I always preferred these symbols to the actual number hieroglyphs.
Cool.
Now, let me see. These two myths are referencing the same source material. But where did I see this image?
Dad, I think it's this one, in the chapter on Egyptian districts.
Why, yes, I think you're right, Lara.
I remember the page with the illustration of Ra.
My goodness, you've been paying attention, haven't you? This could be an important breakthrough.
Does this mean I'm your research assistant?
That and more, my darling girl.
Takes me back. Those were good times. The best times. This was always one of my favorite books in this library. I used to trace hieroglyphs.
My older brother was into Egyptian stuff when he was a kid. He used to get one of those weekly books that gave you pieces and things. I can't remember what they were anymore, but I remember it.
One of Winston's notes. He always hid sweets for me to find.
Lara. Jaffa cakes next to William Blake. I want Jaffa cakes. Give me the Jaffa cakes. They'll go with my tea. I don't have tea, but give me the Jaffa cakes.
I've reached the monastery. As Roth predicted, it was hidden deep in the Himalayas. And now that I'm standing on these high stone walls, I am overwhelmed by the sheer beauty of the mountains that surround me. It is simply breathtaking. But what adds to their spiritual majesty is the truth of this place. The monks welcomed me, as is their way, but they seemed to expect me. They must have known someone like me would eventually come seeking answers. I know this is the place. They've conducted the ritual before. I have seen the evidence, the distinctive symbols carved into the floors, the art displayed on the inner chamber's walls. They've created the elixir before, and they will again if I can convince them. I sent Amelia a message straight away. I want her by my side for this discovery.
Dad never told me about this myth. Why was he so sure? What did he find that convinced him it was real? We may never know. Or we might find more
I was
audio.
looking for an elixir. Was it the elixir of life?
Lara, did you have a plushie of Yoshi over there? Alright.
For God's sake, memorize the combination, you fool. Lara's expedition treasure. My favorite painting by Amelia. The day of our wedding anniversary.
Dad would never have written down the combination, but it looks like he left himself clues to remember the numbers. Okay.
Okay, got to find those objects to figure out
Where's
the
the left
combination
learning
to the
corner?
safe.
Like
There's
baby.
something else here.
There's a box with maybe something I could use.
Dad's lighter. I don't remember him ever using it, though. The Croft family crest and initials PC. I wonder if this belonged to my grandfather.
Possibly. Possibly. Thank you, encoding. Alright, now we can get a fire going.
Should be able to light the fireplace now.
Listen.
This is my handiwork. I used to love drawing pictures of tigers.
Then you had to start fighting them.
Spent so many hours in here, reading, dreaming of my own adventures.
Alright, let's get our clue here.
This should help me
Good
read
thing
the
this
map.
gas is still good.
I can see the map. Looks like the key is hidden under a trunk near the bookcase.
To the left. Gotcha.
X marks the spot, as they say.
You can jump high. This one. Pull, push, push. Ah.
The master key. This should get me into the West Wing.
That fancy-ass key. Who's it gonna be in the West Wing?
All right. This should open most rooms in the manor, including the Forbidden West Wing.
We're living in the apocalypse. I'm begging you to put a stop to this, pretty please. How many people listen to Shmoyo? Open?
I think there might be more clues to find in the library.
So where am I currently? In terms of where the hell we were? I'm not sure.
Mistress Lara, I took the liberty of preparing a tray, as dinner did not go according to plans. I've included, in addition to your meal, a few treats. I would appreciate it if you kept this between us, but I felt tonight called for something special. If you will forgive me the indulgence, your rapid exit from the dinner table had me concerned, and I wanted to impart something that I hope sets your mind at ease. I have known your father for quite some time. There is an intensity to his passion that can be frightening, but I recognize that same passion in you. You're more like him than you know. Never doubt that he loves you more than his research, more than his artifacts, more than anything in this world. Storms pass, and tomorrow will be clear and blue again. When you have finished, please leave the tray outside. Be well. Yours, Winston.
I don't have a response ready, Naily, but thank you. Does that mean my passion for art can be frightening? Good. I don't even remember this letter. I'm sure I wasn't able to read it at the time. Did he write this more for himself than me? Possibly. Open. Are we upstairs? Ground floor. Gotcha. Alright. That doesn't go anywhere. Okay. There's one more clue remaining in here, apparently. Well, we can take this route now. Yeah. You think I moved the ladder? No. Never. We have the master key. We can open this now.
The Pharaoh's crown from my birthday treasure hunt. How old was I again? 6? 8? I think this hieroglyph corresponds to a number, but which one?
I have to check the paper again. Huh. There's stuff over... I don't think I can get over there. Search the remaining combination relics in the atelier and master bedroom. So this should bring us out to where we were when we couldn't get
Dad's
in.
clues mention Mum's paintings and their anniversary.
Yes.
Hopefully I can find some answers in the West Wing.
Yes, we took that. No, I don't have a crowbar. Never mind. I was about to say, can I open that locker from the other path? But no, because I don't have a crowbar.
Lara, I've reviewed the report from your therapist. I have to say I was surprised to see a clean bill of health. I somehow doubt you've so easily abandoned your irrational claims. Indeed, where have you been the past few weeks? My secretary discovered that you booked a flight to Turkey on the 20th. You can't have been simply sightseeing, as your customs claims suggest. I know you're up to something, and I'll be damned if I let you use the Croft assets to indulge the same obsession that led to my sister's death. It's not too late to relinquish your claims on the manor voluntarily. If you refuse, I will find a way to cut you off. Sincerely, Atlas.
I'm sorry, is your name Croft? I don't know how I feel about keeping this old manor, but the one thing is clear to me. I need Uncle Atlas out of my life for good. Yes. So that was the sword I was trying to draw, and that didn't quite... It's not quite what I drew, but it's fine. I more drew the sword from Bloodborne, kind of. Oh, there's a box. Yes, I remember. Open sesame. What we got?
The Croft family crest.
Kill. Let's check. Oh.
Worse than I thought.
Lovely. A tree broken.
This is strangely beautiful.
A little bit. Also very damaged. That tree's kind of fucked. I guess a storm blew it in. Trees don't grow this violently. Like it... Possibly, but this looks like it was blown in, like with the wind. Another listen.
With Amelia gone, the manor is a different place. A dimness pervades, a quiet I can't stand. Even though Lara is too young to understand what has happened, she also senses the change.
Yes.
She's asked after her mother only once, and I'm afraid my reaction must have terrified her. I will need Winston more than ever these next few months to help look after her. I never quite realized how much grief can consume a man, but I am utterly consumed. I know I can't escape the pain, but I will try my damnedest to avoid it. I will seal the West Wing for as long as I live in this place. It will remain exactly as Amelia left it. Perhaps someday Lara can find her own answers there.
Dad was right. I could sense the change, and now I'm going to find my own answers. Huh. So did his obsession with immortality grow after her death? To what end? Would you want to live forever in grief?
I believe it took this trip to push me over the edge. I've been able to see Richard in his element, seeing him at his best and his worst. I've experienced the purity and chaos of his passion, and I came to realize I want his passion in my life every day.
Oh, you missed us murdering zombies.
Richard wanted to wait another 4 days until my birthday, but I wouldn't have it. Once I make a decision, I prefer to get on with it. So we found a small chapel in Luxor that was just right. And with Roth and the others at our side, we married as the sun set over this remarkable land. Mother will never forgive me. Atlas will forever resent me. But I don't care anymore. I'm free of de Mornay obligations. Free to pursue my own passions and live my life surrounded by those who will encourage and challenge me. I'm excited for the future, whatever it may bring. Tomorrow, Richard and I return home to London as the Crofts, forging our path together.
Wait, this is a clue. It's in capitalized. Richard wanted to wait another 4 days till my birthday. There's no date on this. Marrying in Luxor was Mom's idea. I never knew. I'm lucky to have this glimpse of her so many years later. So she was impatient. Is like, no, we're getting married like soon, bitch. Accept it. There is a fighting like survival mode for this that we'll be doing after this. I don't know if it'll be on the same video because I don't know how long it lasts, and we're already nearly an hour into this.
Amelia would not have approved. That alone should have been the end of it. But I am, as God made me, a stubborn fool. I locked all the West Wing's doors, and I shall not open them again until either my life or my obstinacy comes to an end. The night before, Roth told me I would someday change my mind. Like a broken arm cast in plaster, he said. The wound would heal, and we would someday shed the bandages to be whole again. The metaphor made me furious. The clumsy way he cast our loss off as nothing more than an inconvenience. There is wisdom in his rough words, but I've done what I must. Perhaps one day, Lara will throw back the doors to let the sun shine in again. Maybe she will find her own sense of peace in this place.
He eventually got with Anna. I'm not sure how long after. I know Dad couldn't deal with what happened, but it's time to open up the West Wing again. It's time to move on. And for Lara specifically to see what the effect...
that old thing still works.
Where? That? I guess it's that. Hello?
Mum's wedding ring. I always wondered what happened to it.
It's going to be a date on this, right? Etched on the inside? There.
The inscription is faded.
That doesn't fucking help me now, does it, Lara? Something yours. Faithfully yours? Maybe.
I am bursting with pride. Amelia is with child. It is amazing how everything in life can
You
change
fucked?
with such a simple event. Obviously, we don't know the gender, but already we've discussed possible names. Perhaps Benjamin, after my grandfather, or maybe Griffin. He was more infamous a Croft than even me. No, Amelia wouldn't have it. Besides, she's certain it's a girl. She favours a classic such as Scarlet or Kate, though I've made some headway with Lara.
Lara.
A subtle nod to the sun god Ra, and our days in Egypt, where certainly this child was conceived. I find myself thinking about this new life we've created, of how much she might be like us. For all my research into myths of immortality, I may have ignored the most obvious answer to the questions that plague me. We live on through our progeny, our genes, DNA, experiences, passed through the generations. Perhaps this is the simple truth of eternal life, and I've just been too stubborn to accept it.
In a way, Dad found the secret of immortality and didn't even realize it. And I'm glad they went with Lara. I mean, you would be. It's your name. You're used to it.
Dad may have discovered the secret to immortality without even knowing it. Mum, on her wedding day, she looks so beautiful.
Give me that date. October.
There's a date. October something. Damn, the number is faded.
Was that a number?
Their anniversary was in October. But which day?
It was her birthday.
I can't believe I don't know this. There's got to be another clue
Or
somewhere.
4 days before her birthday.
I
to her
remember
birthday.
this. Dad gave it to Mum on her birthday.
Oh, thank God. 13th.
October 13th, Mum's birthday. Pretty sure my parents were married in October. I think it was close to her birthday.
4 days before her birthday, yes.
My
So,
mother's
October 9th.
perfume, the smell, so familiar. I can almost remember her.
Okay.
After everything.
I think this was Dad's pocket watch. Looks like it stopped precisely at midnight.
Worrying.
Has done. How could you tell him about the expedition?
It's just all been too much. I needed to talk to someone. He's still my brother.
Okay.
I don't trust him.
We're not done with that?
You don't have to, Richard. Please, trust me.
Is this sometime before you mysteriously disappeared? Okay. And the atelier. I don't know what the atelier is, but I'll search. Am I back outside? Yes, so let's check down this way. Oh yeah.
Okay, Lara, keep it together. You're starting to see things.
Starting to. This is where he
Mum's
shot himself.
Sealed it soon after she died. He probably couldn't bear the idea of removing any of her belongings.
My lord, we all hope your work was well received at the conference and look forward to your return. As is so often the case with these missives, I wanted to call your attention to an incident involving our little angel. It seems that Lara has been the subject of some ridicule amongst the other girls at school. From what I can gather, some of the other young ladies were teasing her for being too much of a tomboy. You know how Lara can get when pushed into a corner. Let's just say they won't be bothering her again. But I do think their words have had an effect. I believe Lara has been missing her mother lately. She's begun to worry that she isn't like the other girls. And having grown up with only a father, it shouldn't come as a surprise that she has trouble relating to them. I wonder if this new friend of yours, Anna, is it?
Okay.
Perhaps she might prove a welcome influence. It might be worth bringing her to the manor to meet Lara. In any case, I'll let you decide the proper time to do that. Please travel home safely. Yours, Winston.
Oh, Winston, he really did look out for me. Yes, he did seem to care. He does keep calling you our little angel, so I guess he did feel somewhat connected.
Untouched for years, exactly as you left it.
I stood up to my family's criticism, stood in defense of Richard and our love. But as my new life began in Croft Manor, doubt set in. How could love flourish in these cavernous halls and endless passageways? Had I made a terrible mistake? I have never been more delighted to be wrong. Richard welcomed me to the manor, my new home, with a game.
Of course.
It was a clue, written in jumbled words from 5 different languages, but it pointed the way forward. The next clue was a seemingly blank piece of parchment in the kitchen, where the heat of a candle revealed a message written in lemon juice. I followed each step, grinning like a child as I solved his riddles and chased the trail to its end. A white cloth stretched out on the lawn where a picnic was laid out. We laughed and ate, and my doubt vanished with the last of the morning mist. Love can and will endure.
Cute. Good job, Dad. I knew how hard this decision was for her, and you made it easy. You kids and your games. It was interesting. God knows I can't paint.
Mum with me as a baby. I've never seen this. Hard to believe I was ever that small.
So was she, and your dad, and everyone you've ever known. That's how people work.
I don't have any memory of this. I wish I could remember doing this. Mum died too young.
Oh.
Mum's paintings. Which one was Dad's favorite?
Good question. We'll have to listen to a bunch of words,
I
probably.
returned home this afternoon to collect the last of my paintings. I suppose I should say I returned to my family's home. Atlas was there, in one of his foul moods, and even as he dripped venom for Richard with his cruel barbs, I could only laugh. To think that I once listened to my bitter brother in matters of my own happiness. My dismissal only served to infuriate him more. I left him there in Father's study, muttering to himself. On the drive back, as Winston took a longer route through the country, I looked through my paintings, Richard's favourite one among them, a simple abstract with blocks of red. I smiled, thinking about giving it to him. I was happy, And I was going home.
Simple abstract with blocks of red.
Okay,
I forgot to
back
read the
the
top
study
there.
to open that safe.
So that. I mean, that doesn't give me a number. Oh, that's 4 blocks. I already forgot what the answer to the first one was at this point.
You've almost got it, darling. Here, let me show you. Like this, see? Well done, Lara. Well done.
I wonder how my life would have been different had she lived.
Who knows? Your dad might not have died. And... I mean... Your dad was still killed, to be fair. But that was partially Anna's fault, I guess. Ad starts in 4.5 minutes.
Lara arrived tonight, though not without a bit of drama, but all is well. She's a healthy, beautiful baby. I've never seen Richard so happy. I'm sure he'll be celebrating with his favourite whiskey tonight.
Wrong text.
It's calm and peaceful now. Just the gentle sound of the rain and the small, sleeping breaths of this new life I hold in my arms. Lara Croft, my darling daughter. It's hard to put into words this feeling I have. We share a connection, something I never expected. A love so powerful and pure. Someday you'll feel it too. No matter where you go or where you find your place in this world, we will always have this connection.
I still feel that connection to you, Mom. This is sweet and kind and sweet. Open.
This was for a show in London of Mum's work. What I wouldn't give to see this today. It says here, Amelia Croft plans to show her work in New York. I wonder what happened with that.
I'm not sure. Okay, so. There's a 9, there's a 3. Can I review? I'm missing quite a few relics and quite a few documents. 11 documents. Oh, God.
I returned home this afternoon to collect the last of my paintings.
Blocks of red, yeah.
For God's sake, memorize the combination, you fool. Lara's
Expedition treasure. So I'd have to look at those. Can I look at those on here? Is it in the book or is it a page? Croft, Atlas, Amelia, Winston, messages, suits of armor. Egyptian crown, Amelia's necklace, hieroglyph worksheet. There we go.
I remember this now. Each district
5?
in ancient Egypt. The pharaoh's crown from my birthday.
I believe it's 5, yes.
I remember this now. Each district.
So 5.
For God's sake, memorize the combination.
4, 9. Minute and a half until the ad.
I'm glad I still have so much of Mum's work.
Well, I think we're just about done. Well, there's no telling if this will go on longer. I still don't have a crowbar, first of all.
Dad, what do you keep in there?
Nothing too important, Lara. Estate business and such.
A crowbar?
If it's not important, then why bother putting it in a safe?
I should know better than to try and pull one over on you. There is something important in here. And it's for you, should you need it someday.
Yes, I now have the combination to get into the safe, which is hopefully what's in there. That's what the whole thing was about, getting the combination to the safe. We've gotten all the clues. As far as I can tell, we should know the combination now. It's 5, 4, 9. Should I let the ad go? It's like 30 seconds until the ad. I think I should pause. Alright, so. Spoods is getting impatient. Spood wants to know what's in the safe, and you know what? Lara wants to know what's in the safe too. She has no idea what's in there. Or what's on these pages. There you go. Alright, let's see what's in this dang safe. You're most awesome, Naley. Yeah, okay, so. Combination. I just said it. 3 minutes ago. 5. I want to try and remember. It was the treasure, which was Lara's, which was 5. The painting was 4. It was 4 blocks. And the date was 4 days before her birthday, which is 9. So 5, 4, 9.
Okay, found all the clues. Let's see if I can figure this out.
Hell yeah! No, look, more
It
puzzles.
makes me happy to know that Dad kept this safe.
In a safe. Clay imprint of Lara's hand.
No, that's not what I'm looking for.
You happy what's in the safe? You happy now?
It is taking all my willpower to hold
Welcome
back
back,
the
Queen.
overwhelming grief. Amelia's plane
How'd it go?
crashed in the
Fine.
mountains.
Fine is good.
She died alone in the snow, waiting for me to find her. Oh God, not her, not now. I cannot accept it. Life without her is too painful to imagine. I know what must be done. And I am resolved. I'm going to bring her back. Perhaps this is why I am here. Perhaps this is fate. A test of my faith in the truth I've sought for so long. Roth will fight me on this, but I can't face Lara. I can't look into her eyes unless I try. I must try to bring Amelia back. The monks are preparing the elixir now, and then we will see if all my years of hunting this truth was for naught.
I'm sure it went well. Dad, oh no, what did you do? It could have been better, but it could have been worse. That basically describes fine. Do we have to yell at them to give you a raise?
What did you do?
Let's find out.
Dad's sequel to his first book on immortality. He never got a chance to publish it.
Oof.
Handwritten. This is the only copy.
Lovely.
Damn, this isn't it either. I was certain.
The pile is still going.
Wait, what's that?
More clues.
A blank page.
I got a raise as much as I'd like, and there is some work drama I can't go into really, but I'm pretty pissed about it. That's totally fair. A blank page. Well, let's go start a fire.
Dad must have left this for me. It has to be important.
Alright. Right. Either a fire or lemon juice, and I have a lighter, so... Let's bring this to the library, which is right here. And put this in the fire! Nice.
A hidden message.
It seems to be folded for a very specific reason.
What are these strange marks? They have to be some kind of clue.
Can I rotate it the other way? This isn't helpful. How am I... So it's the... It's that. And it's... that. And it's the bird. And it'll lead us to the will eventually. Yes. All the raises and scoops for Queen. So I had to look in the hieroglyphs. What the... it's... let's say... seal, mosquito, foot, and bird.
remember this now. Each district in ancient Egypt had a symbol and a number. I always preferred these symbols to the actual number hieroglyphs.
Four, 2. 142. Yes, I was looking for 4 there somewhere. 142. What's that for? Is there another safe? Oh yeah, because it has a map on it of where I'm gonna put this in. No.
A hidden message.
So where is this room? This is in the cellar? Yeah, there's the chessboard. So there. Okay, back into the cellar. How did I even get here from the cellar? I can't remember how I got here. I just am here now. Did I not go up here? Was ist das? Well.
This picture was taken in the library. (1820) additions to the main hall in progress.
Cool. And I'm not making it over there. Here. Yeah. I have no idea how I got here from the cellar. I'm gonna have to go back down the other direction, aren't I? I wish I could remember. I just kind of ended up here. And I don't know how. No. That doesn't help me. Or does it? No. Alright, I guess I'm gonna have to go back upstairs and follow the long route. Alright, the other side. Sure wish you could go a little bit faster, Lara. In we go. 142, 142. Can I go in here now? I can. Where am I? Really? Son of a bitch. Alright. Didn't see you there. Alright. Visibility is poor. I'm doing my best. Okay, we're in the wine cellar. We are in the wine cellar.
A hidden message.
Okay. So through here. And through here. No. Through here. Box here. So here? One, 4, 2.
That worked.
Look at us solving puzzles.
Damn, locked in.
Dad? What is this place?
Did Dad build all of this just to keep his research safe?
Is this where you and Mom came down to neck? Oh, okay. Well, let's get to listening.
It's over. I have done all that I could, and my Amelia is still cold and dead. Roth first scowled at my designs. Then he pleaded with me not to go through with the ritual. Not because he feared it might work, but because he feared what I might do when it failed. And it has failed. There is no doubt in that. I prepared everything according to my research. When I dropped the stone into the elixir and held it to her lips, I thought for the barest moment that it had worked. The hour was midnight, and my pocket watch stopped inexplicably. There was a charge in the air like the moment before a lightning strike. For a heartbeat, I imagined that my life was being drawn from me, as one empties a glass in order to be poured back into Amelia. I would have welcomed death if the last thing I saw were her eyes, clear and alive again. But the moment passed. Amelia is still dead, and I was no Orpheus. We will return to the manor and lay her to rest. I owe her that much.
Oh, Dad, part of me wishes you had succeeded. Who knows what would have happened.
You brought her home. She's here, somewhere.
So, I guess now we know she did die because he had her body. There's no question about whether or not she did die. She did.
The renovations are proceeding in secret. The work crew Roth hired for the job have been paid handsomely to keep the details of the job out of the records, so I'm fairly confident no word will get out about what I'm doing. I've been careless with presenting my findings, attracting all the wrong sorts of attention. Roth thinks I'm being paranoid by building this secret vault, but I know I'm being watched. My work is too important and potentially too dangerous. It can't fall into the wrong hands. I need a secure place to keep it all safe.
Dad must have seemed paranoid to Roth, but I understand why he built this vault. Yeah. We know now. So much listening.
Richard, I tried to see you in person last week, but your manservant hustled me away like some common tout peddling silverware. He told me you are heartbroken and you're not yet ready to see visitors. He told me you blame yourself for your loss. Well, to that, I say, you had damn well better. I hope it hurts. I hope every moment of your life from this day forward is a ringing echo of loss. I hope you live just long enough to feel that pain grow when you hoped it would diminish, because you earned it. You stole Amelia from us.
Sure.
You ruined her reputation and poisoned her mind with a fantasy for children. In the end, you might as well have choked the life from her with your own hands.
You're a prick.
Do not contact me again, ever. But you must make arrangements for the future of your daughter. Have you considered perhaps it would be better if you followed Amelia sooner rather than later? As Lara's legal guardian, perhaps I could erase some of the damage you've already done to the poor girl.
Sure.
If not, I will do everything in my power to see to it that the Croft name is forgotten.
Good luck.
Lara deserves better than you. So did Amelia. And so do we all. Atlas.
Oh, the Bulbasaur's... do I have to refresh Blurp again? Ooh, hugs. That's different. We hug around here? No Bulbasaur song? I'm glad it's so cheap in that case, because I don't know how to refund on here. Okay, Uncle Atlas won't stop until the Croft name is ruined. I have to find a way to get him out of my life. Well, that's what I mean, because I don't know how. More Egyptian...
Dad's collected knowledge. There must be so many secrets hidden in here.
Huh. Okay.
Amazing. Even in here, Dad went out of his way to hide his findings.
Of course he did.
There's an inscription. This is the Croft universe. Our knowledge is to the east. Our respite to the west. Our future is to the south. Our past is to the north. Our past to the north. Could there be something else beneath the manor?
I need a crowbar!
My love, it is silent, so peacefully silent now. Even after the madness and chaos of the crash, I can't help but still wonder at the beauty of these mountains. I understand the magic that drew you here. Please know that I feel no pain in this moment, only immense sadness. Sadness that I couldn't see your smiling face once more. That I'll never meet the wonderful woman that our daughter will become. There is so much to say, but I'm tired. The sun is setting. The cold of night will overwhelm me. I know I will fall asleep soon, and likely never again awaken in this world. I'm scared. Richard, what lies beyond? You know I've always struggled with faith, so I'm holding on to yours for now. I'm holding on as best I can, my love. Become the father Lara deserves. Know that I will live on in her.
I can't imagine what Dad felt reading this letter from Mom. I can barely read it without bursting into tears. I hope he came to eventually see Amelia in me. Possibly. Yeah, it's still not working. Damn you, Blurp!
Mum faced death alone. She was so brave.
Oh, she had no choice. What's this stuff?
The missing page from the renovation plans. They didn't want anyone outside the family knowing about this crypt.
Well, then why did they number them? I mean, it's important to number them for the people, but if people see, oh, there's 1 and 3, where's the other one? Sure, that's fine. Okay. Hello?
This was part of a set of statues Dad found in China. He thought it was linked to the Temple of Xian. Perhaps I should look into it someday.
Maybe with all that time we have.
Dad's Tibetan scroll. I remember he used to pore over this late into the night.
Okay, so we have our clue. And nothing else seems to be... Oh! Crowbar?
Might be able to use this to access other parts of the manor.
Dad was a nerd. Alright, we got a crowbar. Let's fuck up this manor. The crowbar can be used to pry open various objects and doors throughout the manor. It sure as hell can. The sun-shaped plaque. Am I back? Were we here before? I believe so. Yeah.
Hi, Dad. So I know I only just returned to school, but when can I come out to the dig site again? It's just so boring here. We're doing all the stuff I already
They're really
read
strong.
last summer. I always end up staring out the window and thinking about our expeditions, and then I'm yelled at for daydreaming. I promise I'll be good and not disturb you and just work wherever you tell me. I just miss it, Dad. And I miss you.
I don't remember writing this. I do remember being bored in school, though. Well, ever-present feeling. Okay, so this is where we climbed up to the library. Yes, or close to it. So it closed back over, and that's why I couldn't find it. Okay. Yeah. Okay, so am I going that way or this way? There are two ways. That must be where I came in. So I didn't turn left? Did I not see this entrance? I didn't!
This bust of Anubis was from Dad's Egyptian collection. He must have put it down in the basement for our little expedition.
Indeed. I saw that when we entered, but I just didn't... I remember two other locks. Lockers. Somewhere. Maybe it was the library, but... I'm gonna check out this way first. I don't think solving this will do us any good. Okay. No, there's no spiders in this house. There's only rats that I've seen, or mice. Okay, maybe the two lockers I saw were down here. I remember there being two next to each other. There we go. Yeah. Nice. There we go.
Lord Croft is resolved to seal the west wing of the manor.
Yes.
I try to talk sense into him, but he will not be swayed. And to make matters worse, I believe his experiences in Tibet have only further fueled the fire of his obsession. He's now up at all hours in his study, researching God knows what. And poor Lara, she is so confused. Too young to understand the tragedy that has befallen this great house. My dearest hope is that Lord Croft will emerge from his grief and embrace fatherhood and the love of his daughter. But I fear he may give in to his obsessive nature, that which Lady Amelia tempered in him so well. In any case, I will be a rock for young Lara. She will never sense tragedy and sorrow in me, only the love and support she deserves.
You're a good man, Winston. Winston was my rock. Always had a smile on his face, never letting on that something was wrong. Wonder how Winston's doing. Retirement? Let's hope retirement. Can't open you. Okay. Winston Hive. Yes. I was hoping my brain would come up with something opposite of F's in chat for Winston, but my brain was just like, don't put F's in it, because he's fine, but his brain's not coming up with anything else, so fuck it, I suppose. Solve the riddle of this sun-shaped plaque. I didn't see a sun-shaped plaque. And is there anywhere else I wanted to use this crowbar? Oh, I can light you. Not sure what I'm doing now. I guess I should go back to the study. Fastest way back there would be from here. I think we'd have to go back through the cellar, and that leads us out, and we can get in from there. I forgot the other entrance was in the cellar. No, wrong way. Plus, I just realized, I'm going the wrong way. The other exit is on the other side. Words, Alex. La 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 la. Yes, there, but also here. Here, here, here. Where did that open again? Am I losing it? We did this combination which opened a fucking entrance somewhere. Maybe it got covered up again. I don't know. Let's just go with this other entrance that we know. Did I go the fucking wrong way again? Oh my god. No, I'm going... What? Where am I going? I'm completely turned around. Oh boy. I guess I do have to crawl through there again. I don't want to, but I can't find where the other entrance was. Well, let's just get to walking. So yes, there's this entrance here, which we have to crawl through, another long crawl underneath to get to the other side so we can get there. I swear. Did it close? It did close up. Right, she said that. It locked her in. So that I can't go back that way because I can't interact with the code thing again. So I just have to go this way. Okay. Shame that crawling takes so long. Solve the final sun-shaped plaque. Solve the sun-shaped plaque. Maybe there's one in there and I just didn't notice. Here we go. Pass on through. Should I go back up here and open that entrance to the library and hope it stays open? Let us hope it stays open. Okay, back in we go. Leave writings all over things. Turning on this light hasn't seemed to give me anything to interact with. No, Lara! Lara! It says to go there. So, what am I missing here? Safe combination clues, final puzzle.
There's an inscription. This is the Croft universe. Our knowledge is to the east, our respite to the west. Our future is to the south, our past is to the north.
So I'm guessing then, since the objective is in the main hall, I'm meant to solve this in the main hall. Great. Okay. I thought it would be in this room, so I tried to look around for anything in specific, but it'd be faster to go through the library since it's right here. Huh. Don't close behind me. Good. And The door should be this way. This has taken us a while and a half. Then again, I am quite slow to pick up on things. Okay, enjoy your lurkies. Alright, so I'm guessing that's our future, like going outside. Our past, probably that. Our respite by the fire, and our knowledge? Is that the direction of the library?
There's an inscription. This is the Croft universe. Our knowledge is to the east, our respite to the west. Our future is to the south, our past is to the north.
And what does that mean? Knowledge is to the east. Let's see if this lines up then. Our respite is to the west. Our past is to the south, which is, yeah, that way, if that's west. But should I go north? It doesn't say which way to go, it's just, you know, stuff is that way. Our future to the... Oh, fucking god, fucking fucky fuck. Oh, it's bigger than I thought.
To the east, our respite to the west. Our future is to the south, our past is to the north.
Yes. And? What did that do for me? Oh my god. It gave me a breakable wall. Here! Here! Right, our past. The Croft family crypt. Everyone's favorite place to visit over the summer. What time is it? Ooh, it's getting late. It's 11 o'clock. I wanted to hopefully...
Incredible. This crypt was here all
Oh my
along.
eye. I wanted to get this done sooner and do the other DLC and have this all rounded out. I could still, but yeah. Luckily I have tomorrow's video already done and uploaded, so I don't have to stay up too late tonight doing that.
My god, can it be? Dad, you did bring her home.
She's the center of the room, I suppose.
My dearest Lara, it is difficult to write this, knowing these may only ever be words on a page to you. I wonder if you will remember my voice.
She won't. She
Will
said
you
so.
remember the way we used to play and laugh? Will you remember me comforting you when you were sad? Know that I'm still with
falling
you,
debris,
Lara.
right.
My energy, my love, it's within you. It always will be. Use that energy to pursue your passions in life. Never let others determine your journey. You become who you are through your choices, through the love you give and the promises you keep. I hope you are happy, that you are loved and successful in whatever it is you choose to do. I am proud of you, my darling. Remember me with all my love, your mother.
That's great, Mom. Do you know where Dad's will is? Is that it? Did we forget we were looking for the will? Oh, shit. No! We need the will! What the fuck? She's gonna lose the house. It's...
What's this? A letter.
2 days later. Additional relics have no will for you. Apparently not. Additional relics have become available in the manor. Ah, look, she got her blue Henley. She's chilling.
Lara, I have received the notarized affidavit confirming Amelia's grave and the discovery of the burial crypt within the manor premises.
That'll do, okay.
While I can't fathom why your father would hide your mother's fate from her own family, I cannot deny that any legal claims I may have had on the estate are now null and void.
Gotcha.
Croft Manor and the remainder of your father's assets are now yours in perpetuity
Okay.
to do with as you
It
wish.
wasn't pointless.
If there comes a time when you require assistance in managing the estate, I hope you will consider contacting me to retain my services. Sincerely, your uncle.
Not sure about his offer. We'll see what the future brings. Right.
I've been so focused on defying my uncle, of fighting to keep his hands off this manor, that I never realized how much this place actually means to me. But since I've been here, I can feel the presence of my mother and father. I sense the entire history of my family and the deep roots we have in this place. I want to honor my parents. I want to honor all of my ancestors. The Croft family may be all but destroyed, but I will make our name and our home great again.
Yeah. I don't know if I want to go searching for the additional things. I'm kind of happy enough with that. And I'm already missing 6 relics and 1 document. Oh, well, if we're that close. But I don't know where to start looking. There's the whole fucking manor to explore. They're probably very niche considering how long it took me to search for everything. I'll have a quick look around. Would anything be down here? Now that we've already looked down here? And it said, since it said like additional things are now like able to find, I'm going to choose to believe that Winston was here since I was searching around and is playing a game with me. Oh look, the last document.
I expected a sort of crushing finality to grip me when we returned to the manor to lay Amelia to rest. Indeed, once the last of my funereal duties were performed, I fully believed that I would crumple to the ground next to her and expire, not from grief, but succumbing to the terrible exhaustion of the last few weeks. Instead, as the mausoleum stones slid into place, I felt a sort of peace and energy, one that I confess caught me entirely off guard. This was not the terminus of our story, and I was a fool to think so. Her body may be gone, but her spirit still resides here, in the manor, in me, in Lara. Her soul is forever twined with mine, and death is just a momentary interruption. I walked out of that cold quiet into a sunlight that burned my eyes, and I have never been more sure. Death is not the end, and there is work yet to do.
This is where it all started, our family obsession. Well, now it's time for me to complete our work, because I'm sure that'll go well. So then I guess this is just before she goes... This might be when, like, just before Jonah shows up, and we're attacked by Trinity, and then we go to the main game. Okay. And considering Lara never knew about this, I doubt that her dad is buried here too.
My great-grandmother Rose, nicknamed the Golden Rose for her perfect reputation. I wonder what she would have thought of me.
Maybe she hid her unperfect reputation well. Did that count as a relic? I think so. There's 5 left. Are there more around here? I feel like there's going to be like little ones for all the people buried here, but I'm not seeing anything else really. Alright. Alright. I shouldn't have... It's a curse that we're this close to 100%ing it now. I'm just like, well, I'm already here. Why not? See everything. Ah, space heater. Library is normally a good place to start. Let's start with his office, though. That's where we started. Ah, the dual pistols.
I can still remember the last time I fired these.
Yeah, it was the ending of the first Tomb Raider reboot game. And she'll never use dual pistols in this trilogy again. But they're her iconic pistols. In this timeline, she got them from Roth. And that should mean that there are 4 left. Yes, and you spin, excuse me. My dad died here. Oh! I don't even have to look that far. Excuse. Hello?
The broken sword I brought back from Yamatai.
So these are all her treasures now that she's adding to the list. And this is after the adventure of this game. Jesus.
Such an amazing piece of craftsmanship. Sophia insisted I take it home with me.
So there's 2 left somewhere. Good thing I started here, though. Is that your bow up there? Yeah! Maybe the others will be in the library. Maybe these aren't additional ones. Maybe these are just ones I missed. Yep. Yep. I don't know where to look. Such a big place. I feel like up there would be a place to look, but I can't get up there. Let's look up here again. It's possible they might be in her mom's painting room. That seems very specific. Some in her dad's office, some in her mom's room. Study. Okay. Kind of wish I could keep this survival sense on because I just have to keep clicking it. Alright, let's go ahead and check. Ah, yes. One here at least.
This is Dad. I suppose it's a family tradition, but I can't imagine having one of these made of me.
Well, if you're Arcane Season 1 intro, you'll get one. There's one left. Where are you? What are you? Why are you? Who are you? There's so many places to look. I don't know where to look. Part of me feels like I should pause and just unpause when I find it. If I find it. I might do that. I found it just before the ad starts. It was up here. I looked around everywhere. Ugh.
This belongs to Anna. Most of her belongings are in the guest house. What was she doing in here?
Smoking, if I had to fucking guess.
Someone has a sense of humor.
Stop smoking. Love or. Yeah, well, I'm sure that went well. Well, that's it then. We have it 100%ed. Anticlimactic. So, thank you so very much for tuning in to this video. And I will see you in the next one, and I hope that you take care. Goodbye. JF and Queen say goodbye to you, and so I goodbye.